Hey guys, it's Vic. How you doing? I wanted to tell you about a terrific book called Power versus Force. Power versus Force is written by a gentleman by the name of Dr. David Hawkins, not to be confused with Stephen Hawkins, the scientist who studies black holes. It's not him. It's a guy who's interested, he's an MD, who's interested in kinesiology and muscle testing. And the fascinating thing about his studies, they suggest that the body has a knowledge and an intuition that the mind can't have. Now here's the reason for that. You take in information when you read, right? That information could be true or false. Your brain just reads the information and absorbs the information. But your body can tell whether or not that information is true or false. The body can't be fooled, it can't be tricked. So the muscle testing, you may have heard of this, has to do with taking a stimulus, either good or bad, putting it next to your heart and sticking out your arm. If your arm were to go down easily, if another person would press on it, that means that the stimulus is either untruthful or inorganic or not good for you personally. If your arm, while you hold the substance to your body, is able to really stay out there and the other person who's testing this with you is putting the same amount of pressure, then there's a good chance that the substance that you're holding is organic, truthful, and better for you. I believe in this, and I don't believe that you necessarily have to do muscle testing everywhere you go with every substance and whatever. Your body has a knowledge without doing any of that testing. It's kind of the feeling that you get when you're around somebody that has good energy, or you're in a place that has good energy, or if you're renting an apartment or visiting a home or buying a home or whatever, you walk in there and that's the reason, the unspoken reason why you're there, because it feels congruent with you, and it's a good thing or it's a truthful thing. So you have to trust your body. Don't necessarily trust everything that you read on the internet and in magazines and newspapers, because there's a pro and a con to just about everything, and too much information can actually sort of get you confused and lead to sort of paralysis with respect to decision making. I spoke about that in another video. But take an interest in this muscle testing and kinesiology, because it really makes a lot of sense. When you feel good about something, it's good for you. When you test stronger, you feel good in the presence of something, then most likely it's good for you. It's really sort of a gut instinct, it's intuition. Trust your body, it's extremely knowledgeable. Now, here's the other part. A lot of folks don't trust their body because their body isn't trustworthy. In other words, it's not an instrument that is always telling them very clear signals. But when you take care of yourself, when you're at an appropriate weight, you're eating clean, you're eating healthy, the instrument actually speaks to you in a much more clear way. Now, you're going to find some of this stuff in books, and you're going to find some of this stuff is basically my hard experience and evidence that I've had from training people for very, very many years. And it's something that I've already tried on myself. I'd never talk to you about something that I didn't do for myself. But for me, personally, this intuition and this understanding of how my body works, and also what's good for me and what's not good for me, is already present in my instinct, in my gut. My body tells me what's right and wrong. And so I just wanted to give you this information about muscle testing. It's a lot of fun. You can do it at home with certain things. In fact, some of the studies were even done when people didn't know what they were testing. In other words, they were concealed in envelopes, whether they were pictures or they were substances like sugar versus NutraSweet or something like that. You can play around with this and test the theory yourself. But it's been done many, many thousands of times by Dr. David Hawkins, who writes a book called Power versus Force, and I figured I would talk a little bit about that because it seems apropos given the type of work that we're doing on ourselves. So thanks so much, guys. All the best. Peace, love, and muscles. Visit me at Vic'sNatural. Like me on Facebook and subscribe here. Take care.